Jose Navarro.
I'm Aniversitey.
And I'm Alvin Galarza.
And I'm
And we're the South On Air broadcast team. And right now, we're gonna give you a broadcast like never before. South On Air starts right now. Go. It's been 20 years here at South Middle School since the gym has last been painted. And right now, on a special broadcast at South Middle School, we're going to talk about what has changed since this school has been a high school. And many of the teachers here at South Middle School have been here since it was a high school. And we're going to interview them right now and see what has changed. So, sit back and relax, and here we go. Yeah! Yeah! Well, getting started wasn't easy, especially on a hot day like this. But thanks to the help of my history teacher, Miss Stackhouse, anything was possible. We were able to track down several teachers here at South Middle School who have been original Bobcats. I soon discovered that most of South's most important teachers and workers here were original Bobcats and attended South Middle School as a child. And right now, I spotted number 1, Mr. Castillo, the ISS teacher. So I was able to sit down with him for an interview and have a few words. And what year did you graduate? Okay, what has changed about this school? Has there been any changes since you last been here?
Yes, quite a bit of changes, especially here in this room where we're sitting right now in the ISS room. This used to be a weight room back then when I was here. And this was the only senior high school there was. And now we have 4 altogether, but this used to be the weight room. And also the floor on the gymnasium and the bleachers, everything looks new. The bleachers are new, the ones that roll out. We used to roll them out. Now, they're easy to come out just with a push of a button. And back in the main building, there's of course the floors, the walls and everything are painted, the ceilings.
That was one teacher down, one interview down, but my team wasn't ready to give up. We needed at least 3 more people to make this video happen. And our next stop leads us to the famous band hall. The famous band hall, home of the future musicians of the world, where many people like myself play instruments. Here, I was able to interview the band teacher, Miss Norma.
My name is Norma Herrera Fuentes. I'm from the class of 1982. The thing that has changed that I've seen is that the music building, they did a whole, overhaul, and they fixed it. They added some rooms. They fixed there was some wooden cubbies, and they tore all that old stuff out and they added rooms.
Well, I was a student here from 1966 to 1970, and it was a relatively new school because this was opened in 1961. So it was still new when I was well built because it was originally going to be a bomb or fallout shelter, and that's why all the walls are solid brick all the way through, plus just little windows.
Like I've said before, South Middle School's gym hasn't been painted in over 20 years. Now, we're going to interview a couple of 6th and 7th graders here at South Middle School to see what they think about the new gym. So what do you think about the new gym?
Awesome. I like the art in it, painting. I think it's kind of different. I think it should stay the same, but it's a new section of school. It's pretty much good.
Oh, it's cool. We have like freedom up here.
think about the gym's new painting?
I think it's pretty cool, but I think they could have like left it alone. You know, that's like memories from all those years South has been in school, and
It's bad. Like, and good.
What do you think about sports?
They're fun.
Great.
so Mr. Garza, what are your opinions towards the school gym and the painting?
Well, I think that everything needs to be renewed from time to time. I know that the gym hadn't been painted in over 20 years, so it gives the kids more pride in what they do. We got a lot of kids that play sports for us and are winning year after.
Have the honor of interviewing the person who painted the gym, Mr. Rigones himself.
When you work with water paints, it's water paints. When you work with oil paints, it's oil paints. And then there's also paint for the walls. So for me, it was scary because I've never used that type of paint to make images because it's for walls. It's not for painting. So drawing I can draw, paint I can paint, but that particular paint is for walls and for gyms and for buildings. And so I had to take to do it at the same time.
Yes. Well, finally, it was hard work and hot, sweaty work, but the South On Air team finally pulled through and were able to close down the show. It was a great.
I'm Elvin Galarza. I'm Aaron Garcia. I'm Andres Bello.
I'm Andrew Neely.
Well, this has been another episode of South on Air. See you next time, and go Ripcats! Yeah!